Inhale and exhale, let go. Surrender. Inhale again deeply. Open up, feel your space, your place. Exhale, let go, surrender. Inhale deeply once more and place in your heart gorgeous feet, gorgeous picture, the lingam or your Ishtadev, or whatever feeling of the divine you have right now, whatever comes to you, place it in your heart. And exhale, let go, surrender to the divine. May the divine will be in our life. Inhale again. And see what is your intention for today. Why we are meeting every Monday. What is your intention? What are the problems you want to see solved in your life? And surrender all this to the divine. Beautiful. And let's do three Om together. Om. 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 Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Let's surrender everything at the feet of the Guru and ask for guidance. Ask him to open our eyes with the collyrium of knowledge. This is what Guru Stotram says. And as usual we do Bhagavad Gita on Monday. And I found some nice verses in chapter 18. So finally we reached chapter 18 together. And chapter 18 is so strong. It's the ultimate in the book. So you see, Arjuna had so many doubts and fell and stood up and fell again. And he received every time a different yoga. Sorry. And still, he's still at the same point. Several times we see that he did not understand or he comes back to the old behaviors. And it is exactly as we are doing. It's very, very difficult to always be stable, always be equal, right? Because of our tendencies, right? Because of the gunas, because of this game of the gunas in ourselves. And according to what we do, where we are, what are the people around us, and what is happening inside us, we always have different thoughts. And according to our thoughts, we have different results outside. And you remember the whole Bhagavad Gita is built around a very powerful yoga, which is karma yoga, which can save you. This is a yoga which can always bring you back when you lose bhakti, when you lose the feeling of devotion, when you're sometimes lost. You can come back to karma yoga. Karma yoga is the action, the yoga of action. When we do an action without being attached to the results, that is karma yoga. And we have this in the first chapters. It starts in chapter 2 and we have it chapter 3, 4. A lot of times, a lot of content on karma yoga. So you can start again the book. When we finish chapter 18, we will start again because we never finish with Bhagavad Gita. Every time we read it, we have a different understanding. But just remember that in chapter 18, Shri Krishna comes back to karma yoga, and this time he emphasizes on the fact that it's good to do karma yoga, so a detached action, surrendering the results, but it's even highest to do it in a worshipping state. So at the beginning, in the first chapters, we said that this yoga is powerful because it focuses us on the action. And when we are focused on something, we are not in our problems. And our mind is getting calm, and we can start surrendering. And Lord Krishna said that it's the easiest yoga to do because it doesn't require much, just to surrender your action at the feet of the Lord in the morning and not put your mind into that anymore, and just do it. And you see, all of us, when we are organizing ourselves, we make a big checklist saying, I will do this and this and this, and we complete it in a state of detachment. As I fixed to do this, this is what I planned, and I do it. And you see how free we feel when we finish something. We feel so good. And I encourage you to do this. It's Monday. Let's all make our checklist again of the week, saying how many things are there that we want to do. And we always have 1,000 things. And start completing them, even if you do 5 minutes of each. It's good. And you see, when you do it, it's not only action, it's that your mind is focused. And you can focus it on the divine while doing the things. And this is when we are doing this karma yoga, this action on the spiritual path, is that we put it at the feet of the Lord. And Lord Krishna gives the final instructions about karma yoga, verses 45 to 49, chapter 18, page 296 to 297 in the small Bhagavad Gita, the blue one, Bhagavad Gita Essentials. And let's see what he says. I will read the English part. Through dedication to one's own duty, one attains perfection. Now listen to exactly how a person dedicated in such a way achieves perfection. The Lord is the one from whom all beings have evolved and by whom all this is pervaded. By worshipping Him through one's own duty, one attains that perfect state. Better is one's own dharma imperfectly done than the dharma of another done perfectly. When one practices the dharma ordained by one's own nature, one never bears any sin. O Arjuna, one should not give up the work one has been born to do, even if it has faults. For all action is enveloped by some kind of fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. One who is completely unattached, who is self-controlled and is free from desires, is liberated from all action. Such renunciation brings that supreme perfection. It's very beautiful, right? Saying that even if you think that you are doing things, in an imperfect way, you are not fully perfect doing it, and you have some faults, just keep doing it. That is so good to hear. And it is better to do what you have to do, what you are meant for, than always dreaming of doing something else, comparing yourself to others. Because you have your own dharma, you are unique. You were placed in this world with your own specificity, what you have to do. You are unique. That is beautiful also to hear, right? That we are unique. Let's give ourselves a lot of love right now. Let's meditate on this. Take some time to bring this into yourself, thinking of yourself and your dharma, and that, sometimes you are getting sad, saying, okay, I would like to do this and this and this. I don't have time. I don't have the means to do it. Other people are doing better than me, right? This is how mind functions. Let's come back to ourselves, to our unicity, and give ourselves a lot of love. And you see, Lord Krishna says that if you put everything at his feet, it's fine. It's okay. You are doing more than enough. You are enough. That is something that you have to write somewhere in your house, and sing it every day. You are enough. And that everything is easy, everything it's going easily. It's very important to feel like this. Let's see what Guruji says in the commentary. Bhagavan says that wherever you are, it doesn't matter what your duty is, as long as you worship him and realize that whatever you do in life is a worship to him, is a service to him. If you work in a bank, you are serving the Lord. Just remove greediness and expectation from the mind, and bear in mind deeply that one is serving the Lord. So just do the things, surrender everything to him. Don't be greedy, don't have any desire. Whatever desire is there, put it at his feet, because he knows better how the things have to happen in your life, what you have to do and how. Bhagavan doesn't say you have to change your job. No, work there, but change your attitude. Change the way you do it. Change your intention. And if the intention is right, it becomes a worship. The action itself transforms into worship, into prayer. So here Bhagavan says that God realization is open to all. All are born from him, all originate from him, and all are pervaded only by him. So if a kshatriya, this is a warrior, worships God with his qualities of valor, strength and power, and does his duty, he will reach the same state as a brahmana reaches by worshipping the Lord through mantras and religious practices. If the mind and the senses are controlled, all practices can be dedicated to God. So if the mind and the senses are controlled, very important. Let's keep this in mind. You can see again, I didn't read all the commentaries, so you can still have something to do. And of course, we have to work more on it all the time. We come on Bhagavad Gita. It requires more practice and the Sanskrit part, but we'll come back on it. I wanted to do a program, Bhagavad Gita, 12 hours. I did it in France. It was amazing. It's so rich. And if you wish, we can do it together. Just write in the chat if you're interested, so I can put it in the group. I have a group ready-made. I already have some people there. I did it in France. It was amazing to just sit together. And it's easily done, actually. We don't need, I will give you the plan I did with them. We did it one weekend, and it was very powerful. And we had enough breaks to do our work as well, and whatever we had to do, and to eat, and to meditate, and sing together, and dance together. So we did all this, but it's quickly done. When you see like this 12 hours, like wow, a lot. It is intense. It really transforms us from inside. But it can be joyful, and we just have to keep some time for it. So I will make a poll with dates. Let us get together and deepen this, because it's so important on our path. I saw this morning, I did quickly Bhagavad Gita, and I just realized what was going on. My son went to work. He's working and studying and doing so many things, and he said, oh, I feel there are so many things you can do better. These days I'm working a lot on internet, and yes, there are some things I can improve. And you see, when it's your duty, even the duty of being in the house and being here, because now I came back from the travel, and yes, I have some things to tidy. Even this, we cannot run away from our duties, whatever duty it is. So try to cope with everything, and yes, ask for help if really you can't do something, but try to do it yourself. It's so empowering. Even if you take 5 minutes to do it and organize yourself better, time is elastic. I tell you, we can organize it. We should never say, I don't have time, I don't have time, because we always have time for things that are not necessary. And sometimes we spend too much time, on social medias and whatever. It's just see in your life what is not bringing you anything, what is not giving you any results. And okay, maybe social media, if you are talking about God is good, you spread the word, but sometimes some people are spending too much time in front of the TV or other things. So try to give more time to your practice, your study, your goal also as according to your duty, and that is so important. And every day we can correct that, we can improve that. Do it. It's Monday. Yesterday it was about meditation, so now every Sunday I say Sunday is about having some rest, about meditating, but Monday it's about again standing, like Arjuna preparing again for the war, for many things he has to do the whole week. So let's prepare ourselves for this, and get into a dynamic mood, and everything will be fine. Just relax and do it. Okay, so just close your eyes and meditate a little bit on this before going to the next part. So what is the thing that we will take away from today's Bhagavad Gita? Everyone, take away something today to practice this week until we meet next week for another part. So Karma Yoga, action in a detached way. Everything put to the feet of the Lord. And whatever you do, it's good. Keep doing it. Whatever duty, work you have, don't be sad that you are not 100% in your spiritual life. No, do it. Your spiritual life is in your work, in your everyday life, duty, whatever you do. When you clean the dishes, you cook for your child, when you clean your house, and of course when you do other jobs, when you work online as a freelancer, you have to go out. It's fine. Let's include everything into spirituality. Let's see everything as divine and put everything at Bhagavan's feet. Wonderful. So let's remain at Guruji's feet, and we move on. At Guru Gita, verse 70, I think. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Kanchani.
Jai Gurudev.